Hello friends, today we are going to perform the experiment of the displacement. So here the LVDT is used as a displacement transducer. Now we know the transducer. So transducer is a device which converts the physical quantity into the electrical quantity. Physical quantity may be the pressure, maybe the temperature, maybe the displacement, etc., etc. It is converted into the electrical. Now here the LVDT is a mechanical type of an displacement transducer which has got one primary and two secondary. Now LVDT is exactly similar to the transformer. It works on the mutual induction, but the difference in the transformer and this, there are two difference. First, it has got two secondary windings, and second difference is that its core can be removed. It can be removed. It can be moved towards the left side and right side. So there are two outputs, secondary 1 and secondary 2. If this core is exactly center of both the winding, then the output is always going to be 0. Why? Because if you see the output windings of both the secondary, it is connected in opposite manner. Means if this output is going to start with this secondary 1, it will not get connected directly here to the secondary, but it will go to the end of the secondary and then it will connect it, and the output is taken from the opposite side. That's why the output is always the difference of V1 and V2. So here when this core, iron core, is at exactly center of this, once we apply the voltage over here, the magnetic field is developed. It will, that flux will get induced into both the secondary equally because the core is at the center. If the flux is induced at both the secondary is equal, so the output, the difference between both will be always 0 because V0 is equal to V1 minus V2. So at the both the secondary has got the same voltage, the output will be 0. Now if I shift this core towards the extreme right side, what will happen? Or sorry, to explain left side, first we'll take the example of left side. Now the core is between the primary and secondary S1. So it has shifted to the S1, that is to the extremely left side. So maximum the flux is going to linked with the S1. And as it going to link with the S1, what will happen? You will get the output voltage. So it is, as it is going to be shift towards the left side, it is a right side of ours, the right side. So the output will be always positive because V0 is equal to V1 minus V2. So what happens? The V1 voltage will go on increasing and V2 will go on decreasing. So the output will be positive. Now the output, suppose if I make the position of the core towards the extreme right side, means the left side of the apparatus, what will happen? The maximum flux is going to link to the secondary S2, and if so, as the secondary S2 goes on increasing, okay, so the output will get in the minus. So this minus indicates that the core is moving towards the left side. Okay, so this is how it is indicating. So the whatever the output voltage which we are getting, it is directly proportional to the displacement of the core. Now let us see the observation table. So in this observation table, we are going to take a 5 different reading. First, we are going to move the core towards the extremely left side and we are going to see the output voltage. Then we are going to shift the core towards the right side and when we are going to take the output voltage. Now LVDT is used for a precision displacement. Now there are many displacement transducer are there, which one best example is which is situated into your bikes. When you're traveling from one point to another point with the help of bike, you come to know that how much kilometer you have traveled, means what is the displacement of your bike from one particular. But your bike meter can't measure if you are moving a bike by 1 mm or 2 mm or 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter, because it can't measure the precision displacement. For the precision displacement, we are using the LVDT. So here you can see in the observation table, the LVDT is a precision displacement which can measure the displacement in terms of mm. Now let us see the actual apparatus of this. Here, this is the LVDT which has got one primary and two secondary. Now output of this, from here, it is connected to the instrument where this is displaying the displacement in terms of mm, and output of this we are getting in the multimeter is indicating the voltage. Okay, so this voltage is nothing but a V naught. So from here secondary S1, that is V1, V2, and the difference we are going to get at this multimeter. Now there is one scale situated on the board over here. Now you can see this is a needle over here. This is the displacement. Now if I take this at exactly at the center, so this is a core, moving core over here, which I can easily remove it, and I can easily insert it again over here. So I can make a left displacement also and right displacement also. Now first let us keep this exactly at the center, that is at the null position. So this is very sensitive over here. First you have to make it null position over here. Now it is at exactly at the center at the zero displacement over here. Now you can see here the displacement is also 0 and the output is also 0. Now first we'll make a left displacement and then we'll calculate the reading. Now I'll start making the left displacement over here. I can see as I'm making the left displacement, it is indicating the minus over here. Now it is indicating that it has been shifted by 1 mm. So like this we can take a reading, we can take the reading for 2 mm, 4 mm, 5 mm, like this we can take a 10. I think the maximum we can take up to the 20 mm over here, means we can measure the displacement up to the 2 centimeters. So I will take the first up to the 2 mm over here. So this is 2 mm over here. So you can see here there is a 2 mm displacement, minus it is indicating it is a displacement to the left side. I can see over here. So there is exactly 2 mm displacement and you can see the output voltage over there. So it is minus 0.19. So for 2 mm left displacement I am getting here minus 0.19 volt. Now we'll make it 4 mm displacement over here. Okay, so it is 4 mm displacement. You can see over here the needle is also indicating the 4 mm displacement and you can see the output voltage over there. So it is minus 0.39. So for 4 mm it is minus 0.39. Now we'll make a 6 mm displacement. Okay, so this is 6 mm displacement over here. So you can see here, so output we are getting minus 5.9. so this is 6 mm displacement minus 5.9. so this minus is indicating it is a left displacement. Okay, now we'll make 8 mm displacement over here. Okay, so it is 8 mm displacement over here. You can see on the needle also and see the output voltage. So output I am getting minus 0.79. For 8 mm it is minus 0.79 volt. Now we'll make a 10 mm displacement, that is 1 centimeter. Okay, so 10 mm displacement over here, so 1 centimeter, and you can see here the output I am getting. So this is 10 mm and the output I am getting minus 0.99. In the similar way, now I have to make the displacement towards the right side and I have to take the output reading over here. So for start with the 2 mm. So for 2 mm, now see, you can see the output positive over there. I'm getting 0.2 volt as a displacement. I'm getting 0.2 volt as a displacement. Okay, now I have to make it 4 mm. Okay, so for 4 mm, so it is 4 mm displacement over here, and you can see the output I'm getting 0.4 volt for 4 mm, that is 0.4 volt. Then six. Okay, so this is 6 mm, so I'm getting 0.59. For 6 I'm getting 0.59. Then I make a displacement by 8 mm. So for 8 mm, so it is 8 mm displacement over there, and I'm getting the output 0.79. So 10 mm displacement, that is okay. So this is 10 mm displacement over here, and the output I am getting 0.99. So for 10 mm it is 0.99. Now from this it is observed that the LVDT is a linear variable displacement transducer. So if we draw the graph for the LVDT, so if we draw the graph for the LVDT over here, why it is a linear variable displacement. So on the x-axis and here y-axis. So on the x-axis, if I take a displacement in mm, and y-axis if I take a output voltage, okay. So if I start noting down for 2 mm displacement, I am getting something. So here 0.2, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 and 1 mm. So like this 2 mm, 2 mm, 4 mm, 6 mm, 8 mm and 10 mm. So if I note down this for 2 mm, I'm getting something 2 volt over there, 0.2. So here it comes. For 4 mm, I'm getting 0.4 exactly, it is 0.39. So I'm getting somewhere here. Then for the 6 mm, similar way. So if you plot the graph, you will get a linear graph. So this graph is nothing but x is equal to y, that is called as the linear graph. So the LVDT is linear variable displacement transducer. So even if you take a graph for the left shift also, just you have to extend this over here, x-axis towards the left side. So this is x, but it is minus x. So you take a left side reading over here. So that will again minus 2 mm, minus 3 mm, 4 mm. If you draw the graph, again you will get a linear over here. And when there is a zero displacement, the voltage is also zero. So this is how we can draw the graph of LVDT on the graph paper. And from this, we'll come to the conclusion that the LVDT is linear variable displacement transducer over here. Thank you.